Now I would like to request all the respectful invite honorable dignitaries to grace the dais, please. Now let us watch a introductory video of Mr. Manish Patankar sir. Kindly direct your attention towards the screen, please.
तंत्रज्ञान क्षेत्रातील अनुभवी आणि बहुआयामी व्यावसायिक असून त्यांना IT सेवा क्षेत्रातील 3 दशकाहून अधिक काळ अनुभव आहे. त्यापैकी 2 दशकांपेक्षा अधिक काळ त्यांनी टेक महिंद्रा येथे विविध जबाबदाऱ्या सांभाळल्या आहेत. टेक महिंद्रामध्ये कार्यरत असताना त्यांनी युरोप, मध्य पूर्व, एशियन देशात तसेच भारतातील विविध प्रकल्पांमध्ये महत्त्वपूर्ण योगदान दिले आहे. दूरसंचार, बँकिंग, विमा आणि उत्पादन उद्योग अशा विविध क्षेत्रांमध्ये त्यांनी प्रभावीपणे काम केले आहे. त्यांनी युनायटेड किंगडम, बेल्जियम, सिंगापूर आणि ओमान या विविध आंतरराष्ट्रीय ठिकाणी 6 वर्षांहून अधिक काळ ऑन साईट जबाबदाऱ्या पार पाडल्या आहेत. जागतिक स्तरावरील प्रकल्पांमध्ये काम करताना त्यांनी तांत्रिक कौशल्य, नेतृत्व गुण आणि प्रकल्प व्यवस्थापनातील उत्कृष्टता सिद्ध केली आहे. सध्या ते प्रतिभा ग्रुप ऑफ इन्स्टिट्यूटमध्ये कम्प्युटर ॲप्लिकेशन आणि कम्प्युटर सायन्स विभागासाठी प्रशिक्षक, मार्गदर्शक आणि सल्लागार म्हणून कार्यरत आहेत. विद्यार्थ्यांना आधुनिक तंत्रज्ञान, उद्योगातील बदलते ट्रेंड आणि व्यावसायिक कौशल्ये यांविषयी मार्गदर्शन करून ते त्यांना उद्योगसिद्ध बनवण्यासाठी सातत्याने कार्यरत असतात. त्यांच्या व्यावसायिक कारकिर्दीत त्यांनी अनेक प्रतिष्ठित पुरस्कार प्राप्त केले आहेत. त्यामध्ये ग्रँड सल्यूट लाईव्ह वायर अवॉर्ड, ग्रँड सल्यूट गुरु अवॉर्ड, एक्सलेटर अवॉर्ड फॉर द रॅम्प अप अँड डिलिव्हरी एक्सलन्स तसेच नॉन फीचर पर्सन ऑफ द इयर या पुरस्कारांचा समावेश आहे. त्यांनी पुणे विद्यापीठातून कम्प्युटर सायन्स विषयात पदवी तसेच कम्प्युटर मॅनेजमेंटमध्ये पदव्युत्तर शिक्षण पूर्ण केले आहे. याशिवाय त्यांनी इंडियन इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नॉलॉजी मद्रास येथून डेटा सायन्स अँड ॲप्लिकेशन डेव्हलपमेंट या विषयातील डिप्लोमा प्राप्त केला आहे. मनीष पाटणकर यांच्या समृद्ध अनुभवाचा, तांत्रिक कौशल्याचा आणि शैक्षणिक क्षेत्रातील योगदानाचा जाधवर ग्रुप ऑफ इन्स्टिट्यूटला अभिमान वाटतो. त्यांच्या पुढील वाटचालीसाठी संस्थेच्या वतीने अनेक अनेक शुभेच्छा.
Now we are delighted to felicitate our esteemed guest, Mr. Manish Patankar sir. May I request all the dignitaries to kindly honor the guest, please. Now I respectfully invite Mr. Manish Patankar sir to address the gathering.
Respected dais and all my fellow students, friends, it's an extremely difficult job to engage you for next half an hour after lunch. Do you all agree? So first of all, let us give a loud applause for all of you who have been here since morning. Because, look, I am not going to speak very technical because I know I have a very mixed crowd. We have BCA, MCA, MBA. Okay, so if I start talking about agentic AI, if I start talking about generative AI, prompt engineering, tools, it would be difficult. In fact, I was thinking a lot, what should I speak at 3:15, 3:30 p.m. in the evening, where everybody is looking forward to go. And then I thought, let me share my experience of so many years with you. Okay, so I want you to take it as a journey, because whatever you see today as a artificial intelligence, or you hear this buzzword, is not today's word. It had been, or it has been there since Second World War. That's 1939 to 1945, when Allies fought versus Germany. So AI has been there since then. Okay, but what has come in today's world is the next generation AI. Okay, so I actually wanted to take you through the entire journey, because I feel myself very lucky, who have spent almost 3.5 decades in IT industry. In fact, I was speaking today morning to Rajnish sir, and I said, when I started my career in IT, that was in 1990, Indian exports were for IT software exports were 5 million USD. So 5 million, suppose if I take 95 rupees as a rate today, okay, which is because of the Iran war, rupee has degraded. So if I take that as a conversion rate, it doesn't go more than 45 crores, at the most 50 crores. But today, as we speak, we are almost crossed 300 billion US dollars. So it's a huge, I would say, leap that India as a country has made in these last 4 decades in IT and IT-enabled services. And I am very lucky to be part of this journey. But I really don't know if you are that lucky or not, because things are changing. I'm not scaring you. I want you to be prepared for the disruption, for the change that is anticipated. And that's where, knowing history is a bit useful at times. Okay, so let me take you to the Stone Age. Ekdam 50,000 saal pehle. Human being always been a lazy, okay, wanted to lead a convenient life, invented tools of stone, tools of sticks, but accidentally discovered fire. And fire changed the survival. Huge discovery. So it was the Stone Age, and then came the agricultural revolution. Human beings learned to farm, domesticate the animals, villages got formed, economy flourished. Excellent. Third revolution was Industrial Revolution. Automation, producing huge number of units in less time, no manual work. After Industrial Revolution started, or is the next revolution, and we call it Digital Revolution. Digital Revolution, Internet. Before Internet, of course, computers, Internet, smartphones, cloud computing, IoT, buzzwords. Don't worry, I will come to those. And the current revolution which we have is AI revolution. So this is kind of revolution through which mankind had been. Now within Industrial Revolution and Digital Revolution, there are further phases. And I'm sure some of you might have heard Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0. How many of you have heard this? No? So within Industrial Revolution, we had Industry 1.0. It was Mr. James Watt who formed steam engines, right? Accidentally he came across, he was boiling tea in front of him, and the lid of boiler lifted because of the pressure of steam. And that's where James Watt got an idea. The engines could be fired by steam. or motion could be achieved by steam. Beautiful. Industries came up, automation started, but it had one problem. It required huge amount of water, because steam is produced from water. And if you have to run large industries, you need to have tremendous quantity of water stored in your campus. And water is not easily available unless you are staying on the seashore or beaches, right? And especially in Western world, where 6 months they find waters frozen. How are they going to generate steam from the frozen water? It's going to be very, very difficult. Yeah, so there was limitation. That's Industry 1.0. But yeah, automation happened. Industry 2.0, fantastic. Guys like Benjamin Franklin, Michael Faraday were doing a lot of research on electricity. They invented electricity, but it was Thomas Alva Edison who actually formed or who invented how to distribute electricity. And distribution of electricity solved the problem of storage of water, because industries could be run by electricity. And that's where production multiplied, immensely multiplied. Industry 2.0. Then came Industry 3.0. And that is where we all are interested in. Electronics, computers, right? It started from 1940s, 1939, 40, during the Second World War. Information was very, very critical. Military intelligence was very, very critical. Communication was very, very critical. Okay, and that's where Morse code, lots of things came into existence. And that's where computers, in true sense, started churning out lots of data and producing it into information which could be consumed by military. Immense amount of data was getting crunched, large computers. Industry 4.0 changed a bit. Previously, network was built of only computers. 4.0 introduced networks built on things. Air conditioned came on network. Television came on network. Everything, every element, machines came on network. Everything came on network, and especially on internet. And Industry 5.0, so currently we are into Industry 5.0, and which we say is nothing but the artificial intelligence time. Okay, so in the both sense, if you really see, if I break down the revolution, I had industrial revolution and digital revolution into 5 phases of Industry 1.0, or 5 versions. We IT guys are very fond of versioning things, right? Windows 10, Windows 11, Android 1.3.5.75, blah, blah, blah. So that's where this versioning came into existence. Excellent. So our interest was Industry 3, 4, and 5. 3 starts with electronics, computers. 4 comes to IoT, cloud computing, smartphones, and 5 is artificial intelligence. And that's where in last 5 decades, things have changed. See, I think one of the most important thing you need to understand is between Industry 1.0, that is James Watt and Michael Faraday, Benjamin Franklin or Thomas Edison, there was a difference of almost a century, right? So 1, 2 had a difference of almost century. 2 to 3, there was a difference of almost another century. But 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 happened in 5 decades. 50 वर्षात इंडस्ट्री 3.0, 4.0 and 5.0 झालंय. And this is the huge thing. Nobody is used to this pace of change. तुम्हाला कळतंय का मी काय बोलतोय? हे रेव्होल्युशन्स जे झालेले आहेत, हे रेव्होल्युशन्स 2 रेव्होल्युशन्स मध्ये शतकाचा फरक होता, पण शेवटच्या 3 रेव्होल्युशन्स मध्ये कदाचित फक्त 75 वर्षात 3 रेव्होल्युशन्स, म्हणजे 25 वर्षात रेव्होल्युशन होत होता. So this is a big disruption, and mankind or human being is not used to this revolution. Okay, so this is specifically which you need to understand. Now, when I say our interest is 3, 4, 5, let us get into understanding. Let us get into understanding of what happened in this industry 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I would say that at least I was sufficiently lucky to be part of 3.5, 4 and 5. So all my professional career I have seen very closely in these revolutions. The reason is I started my career on COBOL programming. I am 100% sure nobody would have heard what COBOL is in this room. सगळ्यांना फक्त पायथन, C++ माहिती आहे, बरोबर? कोबोल ऐकले का? नाही. हां, ऐकले. सर, आपण साधारणतः एकाच जनरेशनचे असल्यामुळे कदाचित. ओके, सो in those days when I started my career, simple S386 machine used to be of my height. I am not that tall, 5 feet 5 inches, but used to be that large a machine with magnetic tapes mounted on it. Video cassettes जसे असतात ना, तसे मोठे मोठे मॅग्नेटिक टेप्स होते. माझ्या आधीच्या लोकांनी कार्ड रीडर्स बघितले, मी कार्ड रीडर्स बघितले नाही. माझ्या वेळेस टेप्स आले होते. But programming was very tough because there were hardly any tools. But in fact, I always say the real fun of programming was in those days, where we used to really type. Control C, Control V wasn't there, mouse wasn't there. So even if you ask me to type today, I can close my eyes and type my name. But your generation, search the key. किती जण कीबोर्ड सर्च करतात? करतात 100%, कारण तुम्हाला मोबाईलवर टाईप करायची सवय आहे आणि ते फक्त 2 अंगठ्यांवर टाईप होतं. जागे आहात ना? काहीतरी रिॲक्शन द्या रे. मी जोक क्रॅक करायचा प्रयत्न करतोय. एनिवे, जोक्स अपार्ट. ओके, सो द प्रॉब्लेम इज, I would not say problem, we used to really in those days had a big time programming. We had to really write programs. Well, the purpose was simple. Development of ERP applications in most of the business units. ERP comprises of all your HR, finance, materials, all modules, administration. So any business company had all these modules integrated. But in those days, most of them were developed on COBOL, in COBOL languages, either on mainframe or on VAX VMS. Both are different hardware. VAX VMS is a hardware of Digital Equipment Corporation, DEC. Mainframe is of IBM. In those days, there were only 3 main players: HP, DEC, and IBM. Microsoft came later, and Microsoft in true terms democratized the computing. याचा अर्थ काय? तर सामान्य माणसाला कम्प्युटर परवडायला लागला. बिफोर DOS, बिफोर PCs, computers was more of a luxury. It used to own only by business units for business computing. But when PCs came into existence, everything every household started using computers. But the next thing that big happened was, when computers were there, when I say computers, personal computers, LAN came into existence, local area network or wide area network. But things changed when internet came into existence. And that was the big thing that happened. Every computer across the world got connected. That was the time actually the telecom revolution also happened. Try to understand this, guys. इंटरनेट कशामुळे मिळतं तुम्हाला? घरात तुमच्याकडे जर टेलिफोन लाईन नसेल आली तर त्यावेळेस इंटरनेट नाही यायचं. It was as simple as that, because this toy came lot afterwards, right? So I can take a hotspot and connect it to my laptop, but in those days I required to have a telephone line, and telephone line itself was again a luxury. Okay, there are a lot of things happening. See, at one side we have hardware. I said PCs. I started saying that computers were, or S386 machine was as tall as me. So hardware was shrinking. There are a lot of companies like Intel and all these hardware guys were shrinking the ICs, introducing more and more circuits in a smaller space. At the same time, there were other set of people who were making operating systems, and the names were Microsoft, one of the key competitor to IBM. Third set of people were people like Oracle, जे काय बनवतात? RDBMS. So hardware, operating system and RDBMS, all three which are required to develop a good ERP system was getting developed by different set of people, and there were a number of products. So from mainframe based, something came as client server. ऐकले का शब्द? Client server, correct. Oracle आलं, HP Unix आलं, PCs आले, client server applications आले. आणि client server नंतरची step आली HTML based, browser based, which is internet enabled application. Now within these phases, I told you first, ERPs were developed. Those ERPs required to be transformed. सुरुवातीच्या ERPs या IBM mainframe वर होत्या. त्या client server based नव्हत्या. So the mainframe application got transformed into client server. Client server application got transformed into internet based. You are getting? So there were transformation that was happening, and that is where my generation was playing a critical role. We were actively involved in the transformation of these applications. India grew, software industry in India grew because of these transformations. Infosys came into existence, Tech Mahindra grew, HCL, TCS, you name it, all top 10 grew in India, and the work was transformation. Okay, the next big disruption after mobile was not after internet was mobile phones. Mobile phones मध्ये सुद्धा दोन एरा झाल्या. तुम्हाला हे सगळं माहिती आहे, पण कदाचित बऱ्याच जणांचा जन्मच 2000 सालानंतर झाला असेल. ओके, आधीचे मोबाईल फोन्स कीबोर्ड बेस्ड होते. नोकिया, कोणी नोकिया बघितलाय? येस, व्हेरी गुड. नोकिया वॉज हॅव्हिंग 85% मार्केट शेअर इन वर्ल्ड. क्लासिक केस स्टडी आहे. बट आवर फ्रेंड स्टीव जॉब्स, who formed Apple, and the touch screens came into existence, Nokia never anticipated that, and touch screens made UI UX so easy. आज आपल्याकडे अशिक्षित माणूस सुद्धा जीपे करू शकतो, पेटीएम करू शकतो. का? टच स्क्रीन आहे म्हणून. तुम्हाला तुमच्या स्क्रीनवर आयकॉन दिसतो, आयकॉनवर बोट दाबले की सगळं होतं, तुम्हाला काय करावं लागत नाही. इमॅजिन कीबोर्ड, इफ कीबोर्ड वुड हॅव देअर, UI UX किती डिफिकल्ट झाला असता, राईट? So mobile phones, touch screens, smartphones became so critical, and it required another transformation, because now this mobile phone requires app to be accessed, applications which were enabled for internet, which got transformed from client server, required it to be accessed from my smartphones. So one more transformation. ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, इंडस्ट्री हे ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन करून करून थकली. भारताने पैसे कमवले, सॉफ्टवेअर इंडस्ट्री वाढली, पण जी कोर इंडस्ट्री आहे त्या ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनला ॲब्सोल्यूट थकलेली आहे. आणि त्याच्यासाठी त्यांनी काय केलं माहिती आहे? नेक्स्ट स्टेप, क्लाउड कम्प्युटिंग. बस, I am fed up of managing my own infrastructure, my own licenses, my own network elements, my own software engineers. I want everything to outsource. सगळंच मला आउटसोर्स करून टाकायचं आहे. आता तुम्हाला हे सगळे सिरियली कळलं का कसं झालेलं आहे? करेक्ट? क्लायंट सर्व्हर, इंटरनेट अनेबल्ड, मोबाईल फोन्स, क्लाउड कम्प्युटिंग. सो these all things happened in less than 4 decades. Okay, so I think I have just helped you visualize the evolution before I get into AI. If you remember, I just mentioned when I started my speech that AI had been there for last many years. And what is the reason? So all software which actually got developed 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago is artificial intelligence. Only that AI is a rule-based AI. Rule-based AI म्हणजे काय? त्याच्यात instruction set आहे, programs आहेत, हा input असेल तर हा output द्यायचा. This is called rule-based AI. So till now everything was rule-based AI, but then came something called as machine learning, which is next step of rules-based AI. So what is machine learning? I can learn from data. I don't have to change my software every time. Rules-based AI चा काय limitation आहे? The limitation is simple. If there is change in data, I have to go and change the program to accommodate new data. If I develop a software in such a way that it understands what data is coming, then it's done. The software can change itself if required. And that's where predictions, data analytics came into existence. Next step of machine learning was probably deep learning. So honestly, machine learning is a larger set and deep learning is a subset of machine learning, where you actually have large complex data coming into your neural networks, work on the data and actually give you the output. Here the features are also getting predicted. In machine learning you have to identify the features which are critical for prediction. Here everything became more or less automated, and that's where face recognition came into existence, right? So we have in AI, first was rule based, second is ML, deep learning, and third, which you guys are day in day out using it, is generative AI. So what is a generative AI? So AI which can generate text, which can generate images by itself. If I give a prompt on ChatGPT, ChatGPT gives me all kind of information. What it does, It generates text, it generates data, it generates information for me. And the current thing, and I'm sure the speaker before me must have spoke a lot about it. Remember this buzzword because you guys need to know it by heart. And that is agentic AI. ऐकलाय का शब्द याच्या आधी? मी आता पेपर्स काही बघितले. I was seeing the papers. Most of the papers, almost all papers I saw was more of a predictive analysis, except for one which I saw at the end, which was talking something of taking decision and progressing the workflow in cyber security. What is the difference between generative AI and agentic AI? I will give you a very simple answer. Generative AI is like a student. अभ्यास करतो आणि जातो आणि परीक्षा देतो. Studies and gives paper is generative AI. Studying is nothing but training the data. So when the question comes in paper, it has trained. It gives you the answer. Generative AI. And what is agentic AI? Project manager. Plans, schedules, identifies the risks, mitigates, allocates the tasks, monitors it, ensures that project is successful, delivers it, and happy clap. कळलेला आहे फरक दोघांमधला? एजेंटिक AI स्वतःच्या स्वतः डिसिजन्स घेऊ शकतो. पण हे एवढं सोपं आहे का? हे जर एवढं सोपं असतं तर मग काय सगळंच मस्तच झालं असतं नाही का? गेली 10 वर्ष 15 वर्ष Google is experimenting on driverless car, still not successful. Last 15 years Tesla is experimenting, still not successful to the extent that they expect. So it's not that easy. Okay. फक्त फोटोज काढून इमेजेस काढून ट्रेन करून गोष्टी होत नाहीत, कारण युनिवर्समध्ये फिजिक्स असतं. फिजिक्स म्हणजे कळलंय? ग्रॅव्हिटी, प्रेशर, ॲक्सिलरेशन, ते इमेजेसमधनं नाही कळत. तो डेटा हा ॲक्च्युअल कॅप्चर करायला लागतो. अँड दॅट्स वेअर वर्ल्ड इज करंटली स्ट्रगलिंग. ओके, सो आय थिंक आय हॅव just tried to give you a very high level view of how things have evolved. Probably if I would have got first slot, this session would have been useful for them to visualize and observe things afterwards. Okay, but Rajnish sir, any questions specifically? If you don't have, I will ask one by myself for you, because I have sympathy towards you. You have been exploited. Okay, तर सर आमचं काय होणार फ्युचरमध्ये, हा प्रत्येक विद्यार्थ्याला हा प्रश्न असतो. तुमच्या वतीने तो माझ्यासाठी मी विचारतो. वेल, let me tell you, future is going to be of those people who are multidisciplinary. I always tell my students, in fact I ask them this question, who do you think is the best paid, or which is the best paid job in world? I ask this question and somebody answer, it is an architect, or architect, software developer, software ye wo, banker, insurance guy. And I said, hold on, it's the guy who is in sales. Sales मध्ये जो काम करतो ना, तो सगळ्यात जास्ती पैसे कमवतो. कारण सगळ्यात डिफिकल्ट काय माहिती आहे? सेलिंग. प्रोडक्ट बनवणं सोपं आहे. Creating, developing a product is very easy, but selling it is the most painful. And the person who is successful salesman is the multidisciplinary guy. He plays with psychology. He plays with body language. साड्यांच्या दुकानात कोणी गेलंय का? बऱ्याच मुली आहेत तिकडे. जो खूप चांगला साडी सेल करणारा असतो ना तुम्हाला, त्याला कधी आळस नसतो. ही गोज ऑन शोईंग यू डिफरंट पॅटर्न्स, राईट? बट वेन ही शोईंग यू पॅटर्न, नेक्स्ट टाइम गो अँड फाइंड ही इज लुकिंग ॲट युअर आईज अँड युअर रिॲक्शन विच इज कॅचिंग यू. आणि त्याला बरोबर कळते की हा पॅटर्न ह्या मॅडमला कॅच झालेला आहे, आणि नंतरचे तो सगळे तशा पॅटर्नचे आणतो. रॅन्डम नसतं बरं का ते. रॅन्डम तुम्हाला वाटतं, ते रॅन्डम नसतं. सो सेलिंग इज क्रिटिकल. सो मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी जो आहे, तो ज्याचं कम्युनिकेशन चांगलं आहे, जो चांगला सेल्समॅन आहे, ज्याला मार्केटिंग कळतं, ज्याला मॅनेजमेंट स्किल्स आहेत, जो इमोशनली इंटेलिजंट आहे, वन हू इज आउटगोईंग, one who can have number of friends, number of people getting attracted towards them, and one who is like me, who can engage people for next half an hour after lunch. खूप कमी जण हसली. परत मी माझी स्तुती केली. आय एम रिअली सॉरी. Okay, but I think with this, I'll stop here. Hope it gave you some insight on a different line. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your immense knowledge and experience with us. Your insights on technology, industry-oriented learning, digital transformation, and emerging trends in AI and data science have been truly encouraging and motivating. Now, we sincerely appreciate your valuable guidance and encouragement for researchers, students, and academicians. Now I call upon for vote of thanks of the technical session. I invite Professor Prajwal Kale, sir.
Hi guys. I will not take more than 2 minutes because I also understand you are sitting from start of the event. Just respected chief guest Dr. R.G. Pawar, speakers Panpalia sir, Dr. Sachin Bede sir, Mr. Manish Patankar sir, honorable management member, respected dignitaries and of the dais, faculty members, researchers, students, participation, and dear guests. Good evening to all. It is proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks on the occasion of the first 2 days national conference on AI-driven technologies and applications. Today's conference has truly become a meaningful platform for academics, excellence, innovation, and intellectual exchange in the rapidly evolving field of artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. First of all, on behalf of late Uddhavrao Tulsiram Jadhavar Foundation, Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Art, Commerce and Science College, Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar Institute of Management and Technology, I express our heartfelt gratitude to our visionary leadership, Honorable Advocate Shardul Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar sir, Vice President of Jadhavar Group of Institute, of his constant encouragement, dynamic guidance and support in organizing the national conference successfully. I also extend a sincere thanks to our founder and president, Honorable Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar sir, whose vision for quality education and innovations continues to inspiring all of us. I express deep gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. R.G. Pawar sir, for sparing valuable time and inspiring thoughts and expert guidance, whose words have motivated every participation to explore new dimension in AI, research and technology. My heartfelt thanks for the dignities, speakers, Mr. Manish Patankar sir, for sharing their rich industry experience and valuable knowledge with us. Your session has truly enriched this conference and create a strong bridge between academic and industries. I extend special thanks for the research papers reviewers Dr. Rajesh Gavui sir and Dr. Sonali ma'am for their valuable guidance, support and contributing in evening and research paper and maintain the academic qualities. I extend special appreciation for all research scholars, faculty members and the student from the various institution and for this institution as well for their actively participation, paper presentation and your involvement in this 2 days national conference. Your presence has made this conference vibrant and successfully. I also thanks to organizing committee, coordinators, teaching and non-teaching staffs, technical support team, volunteers of student coordinator for their efforts, teamwork and dedication behind smooth execution of the students event. A special word of appreciation goes to the social media team, representation and well wishes who supported us throughout the conference. Finally, I thank every participation of your valuable presence, contribution. We hope this conference has provided meaningful learning, networking opportunities and inspiring for the future research and the innovations. With this word, I once again express my sincere gratitude to everyone who directly and indirectly contributing to the grand successful of this national conference. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir. Now comes the most awaited moment of the conference, the announcement of the Best Research Paper Awards. We actually congratulate all the researchers and participants for their excellent contribution and innovative research efforts. Now, the Best Research Paper Award goes to Ms. Preetha Prasid and Dr. Dipali Savai ma'am. The title of the paper was Accuracy Analysis of CNN and SVM Techniques in Handwritten Character Recognition. The second Best Research Paper Award goes to Ms. Alisha Mehboob Tamboli and Dr. Vaishali Rajendra Patil ma'am. The title of the paper was A Study on Customer Perception Towards Artificial Intelligence in Banking Services, references to Koregaon Park, Pune city. Let us give a round of applause for them. Now we shall proceed with the Intercollegiate Competition Power Tech 2026 prize distribution ceremony. May I request all the dignitaries to kindly distribute the prizes of the deserving winners. In Sanskritik Rang competition, the first prize goes to Saloni Sanas and team from Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts and Commerce College. The prize amount for them are 7,000. Sudhakar Rao, Arts and Commerce College. The amount is 5,000 rupees. In Art Attack poster competition, the first prize goes to Preeti Chandane from Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts and Commerce College. The prize is 7,000. The second prize goes to Omkar Badgure and team from Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts and Commerce Science College. The prize amount is 5,000. Sprint competition. The first prize goes to Swaranjali Khatpe from Principal Commerce Science College. The prize amount is 7,000 rupees. The second prize goes to Omkar Tukaram Bagdure from Principal Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts and Commerce Science College. The prize amount is 5,000 rupees. Students motivate them. In Reel Rush competition, the first prize goes to Jyoti Rathod and team from Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts and Commerce Science College. The prize amount is 7,000 rupees. And the second prize goes to Vidyashri Bausan Keri and team from Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts and Commerce Science College. The prize amount is 5,000 rupees. Now in Blind C competition, the first prize goes to Aditya Chauhan from Camp Education Society, and the prize amount is 7,000 rupees. The second prize goes to Sanshray Chutke from Navasayadri College. The prize amount here is 5,000 rupees. Now in logo making competition, the first prize goes to Adarsh Lokhande from Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts, Commerce and Science College. The prize amount here is 7,000. The second prize goes to Swaranjali Khatpe from Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts, Commerce and Science College. The prize amount here is 5,000. Don't stop clapping, students. Motivate them here. From third Brain Battle competition, the first prize goes to Pratik Hilli from Principal Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Arts, Commerce and Science College. The prize amount here is 7,000 rupees. The second prize goes to Shubham More from Dr. Sudhakar Rao Jadhavar, Institute of Management and Technology. The prize amount here is 5,000 rupees. Now, BGMI game competition. The first prize goes to Anwar Bahadur and the team from VIT College. The prize amount here is 7,000 rupees. Let us give a big round of applause, students. The second prize goes to Ayan Tanveer Sayyed and team from Pune College, and the prize amount here is 5,000 rupees. And the total prize amount of the event is 1 lakh rupees. Thank you so much. Thank you all the dignitaries. As we conclude this memorable and knowledge-enriching conference, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries, speakers, organizers, participants, researchers, faculty members, volunteers, and students for making this event a grand success. May these discussions, ideas, and collaborations initiated here continue to inspire innovations and research in the field of artificial intelligence and emerging technology. Thank you everyone for your enthusiastic participants. Now I request everyone to kindly raise for Vande Mataram.
Swajana, Sukhana, शीतला सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी उल्लकुसुमिता ध्रुवदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्
Thank you so much.